Good morning. Happy day.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you.
I know this morning was so beautiful. I don't know if did you go outside?
I did to take my kiddo to school.
You did? I was awed by the sunrise this morning.
I wasn't up that early.
No?
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just surprised. I thought, wow. I
Yes.
mean, I would say even until almost 8, it was just like, it was really pretty orange.
Awesome. I love that. And it was actually pretty mild out today too, which I like.
Yep. Perfect outside weather.
Yes, definitely.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, please, so everybody can get to know you.
Sure. Okay. So I'm Carly Garrett, and we live here in Dripping Springs. My husband is Kevin Garrett, who also the two of us both own and operate our own businesses. My husband used to play in the NFL, and so he actually is like a trainer for athletes. He owns a gym called Swift Sessions, and I own a cleaning company called Hill Country Hands.
Ooh. Yes, clean my house. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. You sure will.
So, tell me how each of you, or just tell me like how these ideas evolved, because I always find that it's so fascinating. There's some people who have like a specific idea of what their business is going to be. There's other people who say, I just fell into it and this is what happened. So kind of walk us through that a little bit.
Sure. So I actually have a background in hospitality management. I'm Canadian, so I moved here from Canada 5 years ago. My husband's a Texan, so that's why I'm here.
Ah.
And after having my second kiddo, so I used to be the food and beverage manager at the W Austin.
Okay.
Yeah. And after having my second kiddo, I was kind of like, I kind of need to get a little bit more of a work-life balance. And that commute to downtown every day was a lot. And so I was like, I got to kind of figure something out. So I got offered a job at my kiddo's old daycare, being a director, which was hilarious because I've never done that before. And that went well, actually. But on the side, my husband, who is a serial entrepreneur and always has been, decided I am going to make a really nice website. He's going to kill me for saying that. And we are going to start a cleaning company. And I'm like, oh, okay. And my parents are both retired in Canada, and they both live totally separate places in the province, but they both clean houses on the side. And so I guess we're just clean people. I don't really know. And so it started as we had this website going for a couple months, and then we got a bite on it, and we went out and got all our cleaning supplies, and we basically made it happen. And so we started getting more and more business. So it was just kind of us, me and Kevin, cleaning. And then we started getting more and more business, and I would kind of take my breaks from the school and go and like clean like one house like every couple of days or on my lunch break or whatnot. And ultimately it just got so busy that I had to leave the school, and we just kind of grew into a legitimate cleaning company with a bunch of employees.
Wow. Okay, that's the first time I've heard that one. Like somebody else decided it.
Yeah, that's my husband for you. He's like, and here you go. And it is truly now like I own the business. Like it's under my name. It's legit. But he like literally just started it and was like, here you go. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do this.
That's fabulous. Well, sometimes that's what entrepreneurship is. It's like, okay, well, we're going to figure it out, you know?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And for him, so like I said, he used to be an NFL player and a Canadian football player, and that's actually how we met. And if he's just too talented with kids. Like kids love him. He's like calm and has like a good demeanor, but he knows his stuff. So it just was kind of like a no-brainer for him to open up the gym. And he started out kind of smaller, but he's actually like in a much bigger facility now. And, you know, a lot of people know him and bring their kiddos. And often I'll be like, oh, people will see like me and my kids and they're like, are you Speed Trainer's wife? I'm like, sure. Cause that's what he goes by on Facebook. And I feel like I'm like, how do you, I'm the social one and he knows more people in the town because of what he's doing with their kids, which is great. So.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll send them there. I'll send my kiddos there, please.
He will get them the results. That's the crazy thing. Is like literally people like will be like, oh my gosh, my kid's so fast now, or you know, or he'll be like, so and so came in first in the race, and he trains all ages, so from like 5 to like adults. So
wow. So what he does there, is it like track centered, or is it centered on like multiple things, or tell me a little bit about that?
So he does like a few different things. He has a track club called Austin Sprint Club. And then he also does like speed, agility, and quickness, which you need in almost every sport. So people will do like drills and like that kind of like stuff that will make them quicker and more agile. And then he also does strength and conditioning. I'm like, what's the word?
Okay.
To make people stronger and get them their bulk and build their muscles when needed.
Very cool. So then this, you know what this question is going to lead into, right? Because we're like almost in April. Does he do summer camp stuff?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he'll do like different groups, I guess, based on age. So it'll be like, I don't know the ages, but like 5 to 7 or I think maybe he does it based on grade. But he'll have like different groups throughout the day in the summer. So yes.
Ooh, yes. You definitely need to know that, because I've seen lots of mom threads like, where are the camps?
Right? Yes, exactly. And it's amazing. Like they'll get all their energy out in the time training there. I keep trying to send my own kids, but they're like, we don't want to work out. We don't want to. I'm like, come on, those.
Yep, I know how that goes. My kids are the same. They're like, oh, no, you know, they associate it some other way. So if they're even remotely interested or do it once, then you're like, oh.
Yes. Yeah, every once in a while, they're like, we're coming to the gym with Daddy. I'm like, enjoy. Have fun.
Yep, that's perfect.
Yes.
Well, I really love the way that kind of evolved and sort of happened with both of, you know, this serial entrepreneurship. That's so cool, because as we go through life too, things change as well. Like I've had multiple different types of positions just in my life too, but you can still utilize the skills you have, right, with what you're doing next.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and like, especially like what you did, like somebody who's doing like food and beverage, it can still, you know, go into the cleaning, like for sure. Like you have to make sure all of that is clean if you're serving.
Definitely. Yes. You just like, gotta be clean.
Yeah. That's a non-negotiable.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely, I think like my background has helped a lot with like the business side, because I used to be, when I lived in Toronto, I was the general manager of like a really busy restaurant downtown. A lot of like my business skills from like being a GM, I had to like literally do all the accounting, all the administration, and like just basically run the entire business, marketing.
Well, so I was thinking about your business, and I know everybody likes to hear like tips and tricks, or like what your business does that's a little bit different. And so can you tell us a little bit about what that is with Hill Country Hands?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple things that make us, I guess, different from like your leading cleaning company. One is that we use all eco-friendly products. So everything smells amazing, but also kills all those germs. We use mostly Thieves based from Young Living, Thieves Cleaner, and it's antimicrobial and smells so good. And then I guess the other thing is we do something that I figured out that I thought was like something that everyone did, but I guess in the many walkthroughs I've done, people are like, wait, that's included? We do baseboards every single time at every single house. So
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. People are always like, really? Because they'll be like, can we pay extra to get these done? And I'm like, oh, those get done every single time. So that's something that for me, like if your whole house is super clean and you walk in and your baseboards aren't done, it like doesn't feel clean anymore. Like it's just my one. A lot of people don't look there. A lot of people don't notice. A lot of people don't care. But for me, that's always been like a hot button of mine where I'm like, no, the baseboards have to be done. So
I love that. And it's so true. Like they're white. And so it shows like, I mean, multiple kids, you know, all the kids stuff.
yeah.
But then like when like the cat fur.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. I'm with you there.
Yeah. So the white contrast with like all the like particle stuff, you're like,
Yeah. You're like, what is that? For sure. And I guess another thing is that we are like very slow to hire. We hire people that have like extensive backgrounds or moms that are like in the same kind of boat as me, that just want to make some extra money. And I feel like that's like really helped us with our consistency and our reputation, is just not just hiring whoever is like desperate for a job, but actually hiring like really slowly and hiring people that are, you know, we have one that's like a nursing student, one that's former CNA or like an active CNA. We have a former veterinarian. So we try to hire like people that, you know, have a lot to offer and are honest and, you know, just good people.
Yeah. And that makes a difference too in like your company culture as well, you know, how everybody connects.
Definitely. And we do try to like pay them a little more than like your typical cleaning company too, just because we want consistency for our clients. So
yeah. Well, and that's smart. And the clients will be willing to pay too, you know, for that.
For having the same people, or at least like some familiar faces around, for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, so that leads me into thinking about, I can tell you're excited about your business, and it sounds like, you know, your parents have also been in that. So you've had a long time to be around it. What is your favorite part about your business?
That's a good question. I would say, so we do a lot, like we really focus on like recurring cleans. So we do a lot of like repeat business versus like a lot of times people will be like, can we get a move out clean, or can we get a one-time clean? And we will do them if we have availability, but we really try to reserve that time and those spaces for like regular clients. And I think my favorite thing is just, you know, those relationships with those clients, you know, when you know, if I had to cancel or if they had to cancel, like, it's just like a warm, understanding relationship. And, you know, just, and I have a client that like, every time I send her the reminder, she'll send me like the best part of my week. And she'll send me some sort of like positive email back. And she's like, I love you guys so much. And, you know, and that just makes me happy, like having those like open and honest and real kind of relationships with my clients, where they, you know, some of them have like their favorite cleaners and they're like, we love so-and-so. And, you know, they just have those good relationships. So I think ultimately, like, I love that we get to get better by, you know, the more you do something at someone's house, the quicker and easier it is, and the more detailed you can get. But B, just like have those like back and forth clients. So
I love that. Yeah, that's what it's all about, is the relationships, for sure.
It really is. Yes.
I love that. So it also makes me think of like the relationship with yourself too, right? So what you do. So right now, like, what are some forms of self-care as a mom that you found that like really resonate with you?
So I am really big on going to yoga. I practice yoga at the Haven in Drip. And absolutely love it there. I started in September, which is the first time in a long time that I've been doing it like regularly at a studio. I think since I lived in Canada, actually. I never really found one out here.
Oh, really?
For that. But I love it. So I go there at least twice a week, and I just block off that time for myself. My team is like totally fine with leaving me alone for that hour.
I love the Haven. It's so great.
It is so great. I love it so much. And then I also do like, so my daughter goes to school only twice a week now, because she's only 4. She'll be going into pre-K in the summer or in August. But on those days, I usually try to at least take like one of those days and, get a facial or get a massage or go into Austin and like have just like some time to shop without the kids nagging on me, or, even if it's just like a couple hours, and I'll lump like my office work in like the morning. I'm really good in the mornings after I drop off my kiddo. That's like the best time for me. And then, right after I pick up Carter, my daughter, I'll like finish off like the last of my admin work and stuff, but I'll try and like give myself some time in that to just take care of me. I'm actually like, I think I'm pretty good at self-care, which is like, awesome. I know a lot of moms, they don't take care of themselves and they're like, wow, you're really good at like, I'm also really good at like initiating date nights with my husband and getting a babysitter like every couple of weeks. So
I love that. You are amazing at self-care. I'm so glad I asked that question.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So you gave some other mamas great ideas if they're not already doing them, or options for finding things that are similar to those that they can resonate with. So yay.
Definitely. Yes. I'm all about like that balance for sure.
Yeah. So, and I know like I love seeing like the parallels with this too. Like, how do those forms of self-care reflect on your family? Like, do they notice if you haven't done something, or you have and they want to do the same things? Like, how has that kind of reflected on them?
I would say like my daughter, is like really into like little kid yoga now. And I think it's because she always is like, mommy's going to yoga, or mommy's doing yoga here, or whatnot. So she's like really into it, which is kind of cool. And as far as like the rest goes, I think just it's not so much them wanting to do it with me or wanting to do it, but just seeing that like it makes me happier. Like my husband, I think at first was like, wait, you're gonna like get a massage like once every 2 weeks, or and he was kind of like, that's nice for you. But I'm like, I think he understands, like it makes me really happy, and like that's what I need for myself, or like getting my toes done or whatever it is. He sees like that's gonna result in like a happier wife and a happier life.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's fantastic. And that's what it's all about too, is them also seeing it so they can do it too. Like they see, oh, look, mommy's doing things that make her really happy. Like that's a great idea.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yay. Yes. Happy wife, happy life. Happy mom, happy home.
Yes. Oh, yes. I haven't heard that one, but I'm totally down for that one.
Yeah. I can't take credit for that, but I heard it somewhere.
It's really important though. And in the big scheme of things, like it really is, because a lot of moms just get totally lost in the day to day, or they just don't make the time. Like I have a lot of friends that are like, you are so good at like making the time for yourself or for your family or your husband. And I'm like, you got to, like, that's what this life is all about, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not taking care of anyone else very well.
Yeah. Well, and that was me. Like, that's how my business kind of started. Like, was just, what am I doing? What is going on?
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
But it also leads me to think, like, this is another passion of mine. Like, I'm trying to compile lots of information from moms who were born somewhere else but have now moved here. Like, is this something that a lot of people do in Canada too? Like, did your parents do that, or is this something that you found on your own? Like, are the Canadians similar to the Americans in the go, go, go? Or like, tell me a little bit about that.
I would say it's probably pretty similar, honestly. I would say like growing up, my parents were good at like, my mom would get us like a massage monthly. So that was kind of like taking care of yourself.
Oh, so yeah, it was kind of there.
Yeah, definitely. But as far as like the work goes, like the go, 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 that's definitely like the same culture as here. Unfortunately, I know a lot of other places, like they're like, mañana, tomorrow, let's enjoy today. And I'm like, I could totally get with that like mentality. But that's definitely not like a Canadian thing. But I would say, yeah, my mom in particular was like very forward thinking. And so she was all about like mental health days from school. Like if we just weren't feeling it, we would get like to stay home and buy some magazines and some treats and just hang out to recuperate or whatever. But overall, I would say like the hustle is still very real.
Oh.
in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So it sounds like, yeah, you grew up, you had a mentor, doing it as well. So that's awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I know people want to know how they can connect. Like, how do we find you on social?
So I have a Hill Country Hands page on social. So it's just, I think it's at Hill Country Hands as far as on Facebook.
Okay.
And then we also I have a website, www.hillcountryhands.com. And I don't know that you know this, but we opened up, well, Audrey, who was one of my lead cleaners, she opened up her own business called Hill Country Hands Southwest. And we're kind of operating it as like a chain. So I'm kind of like the head office for both of us. But you'll see the information on the website for her as well, because she's going to basically be doing anything like southwest of dripping. So Washington City, Wimberley, Blanco, all of that. So that's on there as well.
That's super exciting. Expansion.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And with someone that's amazing, like she's amazing. And I just am very excited to like be in business with her.
Yay. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Well, now everybody knows where to go to check it all out.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Well, thanks so much for your time today, Carly. Have a great day.
It was so good chatting with you. Bye.
Bye.